Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra's Lecha. Moving to a foreign land is fraught with fear and anxiety. Not knowing what the future will bring is scary and nerve-wracking. In this week's Sedra, Avraham is faced with that exact scenario. Begin this week's Sedra with the following verses. God said to Avraham, "Go forth from your native land, from your father's house, to the land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing." In his commentary on these verses, Ramban explained that Avraham wandered and went about from nation to nation, from kingdom to other peoples, until he came to the land of Canaan, where God said to him, "I will give this land to your descendants." Then the promise that the land that I will show you was fulfilled, and Avraham settled there. The verse which states that they went forth to go into the land of Canaan meant that Avraham was not heading for Canaan for the purpose of settling there, since he didn't yet know that he had been commanded concerning a specific land, the land of Eretz Yisrael. Rather, Avraham set his goal towards the land of Canaan, for that was his intention as well as that of his father when they originally set forth for the land of Ur, even though they didn't know where exactly they were going. From the Ramban's explanation, it becomes clear that Avraham was merely told to leave his homeland, but wasn't told where to go yet. The Radak, in his commentary, explained that God had to add that Avraham should leave, as it is difficult for a person to leave a homeland which he had dwelled in for many years, all the more so if that land was the same place where he had been born. God added your homeland, since it's doubly difficult to separate from one's family and to go to a country where one doesn't know anyone. This is the meaning of away from your father's house, that the posuk says. The Radak continued and explained that if God had told Avraham that he would show him a land which was rich, fertile, good, etc., it would not have been as difficult to comply with such a command. But the fact that God did not add these inducements made it more difficult for Avraham to decide. The reason why God did not offer these inducements was to show us, the Torah readers, how great Avram's love of God was that day. Avraham unquestionably abided by what God had asked him to do. He was determined to carry out the wishes of God. From the Radak's explanation, it becomes clear that Avraham wasn't told anything about the land of Canaan, soon to be Eretz Yisrael, and went with no promises of a good land. The Radak's idea that God made no promises to Avraham about Eretz Yisrael, and that Avraham followed God's command with no guarantees. Yet, an examination of the very next pasuk reveals that God promising Avraham that everything would be fine. He wrote that I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Why did the Radak teach that Avraham had no guarantees when he clearly had a promise from God that everything would be great? Now, while the pasuk clearly shows a promise from God that all would be fine with Avraham in the end, God didn't promise Avraham anything about the land. For all Avraham knew, he was destined to live in a desolate desert. While he knew he'd personally be fine, he had no guarantees about the land himself. This made moving to the land of Canaan a challenge. Anytime a person faces doubt in their lives, they face a challenge. Even having a divine decree that all will be fine doesn't alleviate the anxiety that comes with not knowing what the future will bring. An important lesson, something for us to realize that the challenges that we have, Avraham shared as well. Shabbat Shalom.